This is what I've heard. It'll be an exhibition.
Exhibition?
Apparently. No knockdowns or anything.
Eddie Hearn has given a huge update on Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. Last week, Fury's promoter Frank Warren revealed that his client's next fight will be a game changer.
Tyson's been training constantly for a fight, so, this will all settle down because, as I say, there'll be a bit of a game changer in a couple of weeks' time.
From what Hearn has heard, the game changer is expected to be a boxing exhibition between Fury and the former UFC heavyweight champion.
It's rumoured that Tyson Fury's next opponent will be Francis Ngannou. What do you think?
Yes, I believe so. This is what I've heard. It'll be an exhibition.
Exhibition?
Apparently. No knockdowns or anything. I don't know. I mean, I'm only telling you what I've heard. Who knows what's what, but I think that is apparently what is going to be the next fight.
Fury has been linked to a fight against Alexander Usyk for several months, so Hearn is a bit disappointed that the Brit is apparently choosing Ngannou over him. But at the end of the day, Fury versus Ngannou isn't bad for boxing either, according to Hearn.
Bad,
It'd be a big event, but I wanted to see him fight Usyk.
Are Tracy Cortez and Paulo Costa dating? Well, before we find out, please take a moment to subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on your notifications. Thank you. Tracy Cortez and Paulo Costa are not dating, unfortunately. They only happened to take a photo together for a mutual friend, the UFC middleweight revealed on Twitter. Quote, "Good morning, motherfuckers. I mean, me and Tracy are just friends. Nothing happened. We just took a selfie for a mutual friend. Stop bullying." If anything, Costa already has a girlfriend, and here's the proof. Last week, Costa sent the internet into a frenzy after he posted a photo with Tracy Cortez. MMA fans were quick to drag Cortez's ex-boyfriend Brian Ortega into the mess, and, thinking Paulo and Cortez were dating, many took aim at T-City for fumbling the bag. Ortega posted a fiery tweet in response, quote, "Everyone out here talking about I fumbled. Y'all must not know the rules of the game. When you drop the ball on accident, that's a fumble. But when you throw it away on purpose, that's called a complete pass. Top G Seems like Ortega's been watching Andrew Tate videos lately. But Cortez doesn't want to engage in a petty war of words with her ex. The UFC strawweight says she's blessed. Quote, "Let me just say that to this day, I have yet to say anything negative about you or bash your name. So don't start throwing shade now. I'm blessed. Hashtag made with love." In a second tweet that was in Spanish, Cortez said, and I quote, "In life, you don't have to explain. In the end, people understand what they want to understand, or what is convenient for them." Helen Yee has clapped back at her critics for calling her boring in comparison to Nina Marie Danielle, or Nina Drama, a rising star in the combat sports media industry who's known for playing pranks on fighters and having a no-holds-barred reporting style.
I'm doing an interview with Nina because she has 1.3 million followers on Instagram and her titties hang out.
The drama started when a fan compared Yee and Nina. And in response, another fan took a few jabs at the veteran MMA journalist. Quote, "Helen's a robot. She does not ask actual interesting questions. I'm actually curious why and how she's gotten as many interviews as she has. She's been doing this for a very long time, and she's extremely boring in every aspect." Yee, who's been in the sport for nearly a decade, didn't like getting compared with a newcomer. Quote, "If I'm boring, then why do you follow me? I'm in this sport because I actually love this I had an opportunity to cover the NFL, but declined. I truly love watching MMA since the World Extreme Cage Fighting days, and I'm respectful, or quote-unquote boring, because that's how I was raised. I'm sorry I'm not flirty." Wait, is Yee indirectly calling Nina Danielle flirty? Nevertheless, Yee is happy that a vast majority of MMA fans appreciate her work. Quote, "Thank you to those who support me and watch my interviews on my YouTube channel. I genuinely love this sport wholeheartedly and have so much love and respect for the athletes. I know I may come off as boring to some, but I hope I can bring you guys some decent interviews." Can Valentina Shevchenko reclaim her title against Alexa Grasso in their rematch? Grasso shocked the world at UFC 285, where she pulled off a gritty comeback victory by submitting Shevchenko in the second round. and she'll now defend her title in an immediate rematch against the Kyrgyzstani at a UFC Fight Night on Mexican Independence Day on September 16th. Will Grasso continue her winning ways? Michael Bisping thinks she will because she's a better fighter than Valentina Shevchenko. Sounds crazy, doesn't it?
Might sound crazy, but I think Alexa is the better fighter. That doesn't sound crazy to me at all. I thought Alexa Grasso looked really good. I think Valentina Shevchenko has been a dominant force for so long. But everyone has their time. Everyone has their end. Everyone has the beginning of the end.
Make no mistake about it, Bisping is a Shevchenko fan, but he thinks the flyweight GOAT doesn't have that killer instinct anymore.
I'm a fan of Valentina, so this is not an insult. She's a dominant champion, you know, and then sometimes you start to get in the mindset, we saw it with George St. Pierre, maybe a little too passive in the fight, maybe a bit too defensive. She needs to go back to being that hungry killer. She needs to go forward, being the aggressor, as opposed to just trying to counter all the time. But who am I to sit here and critique Shevchenko with the career that she's had?
Shevchenko doesn't really agree with Bisping. She thinks Grasso is quote-unquote a chance fighter. And although she's pretty good at what she does, her days as the UFC flyweight champion are numbered. Quote, Alexa Grasso is a chance fighter. During our first fight, she wasn't doing much. She was just conserving the energy and waiting for a chance. But of course, if there is no chance, there's no victory. I know she's going to be ready for this exact chance again. But the question, if she will be given this chance? No. Is Alexa Grasso a better fighter than Valentina Shevchenko? If you want to achieve big things in life, staying disciplined is the key. And Holloway realized it very early in his life. The former featherweight champion, who grew up a child of drug-addled parents, had to deal with his problems alone most of the time, especially with his father abandoning his family when Holloway was only 11 years old. Even in high school, most of his friends were drug addicts, and they constantly got into trouble because of it. Holloway didn't want to end up like his loved ones and chose a path that saw him reach the highest of highs in mixed martial arts.
I saw what drugs did to my mom, you know, I know drugs is a key opponent of why my dad wasn't around. I see drugs, what they do to some of my close friends' families. And then I also saw drugs do to people that I saw was around and like that was older than me, you know, like there's just like, I wouldn't say friends, but like guys like, I see this guy around, and then you end up seeing him on the streets like tweaking. So seeing that, like not even now, but even before, I was like, bro, I don't want to go down this train. I don't want to be another person in a stat book somewhere towards bad stuff, you know? Like if I'm making stats, I want to make them in the most positive way they could possibly be.
Holloway is coming off a decision victory against Arnold Allen and is now scheduled to face the Korean Zombie at a UFC Fight Night on August 26th. Who do you think will win? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of MMA, please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications. Thank you for your continued love and support, and we will see you in the next one.